Hey, it's Ryan from Drinks and Dragons. Welcome back. I wanted to talk a little bit about what goes on as I plan a session within my campaign. I've been doing a lot of videos, just kind of uploading our content for my group in the campaign that we're running week to week, and wanted to step away from that a little bit and just talk maybe a little bit more detail about kind of what I'm doing behind the scenes as the Dungeon Master to help propel the story forward and give Dungeon Masters out there maybe an insight or some kind of a little glimpse at what it is that I'm doing from time to time. And full disclosure, some weeks I'm far more prepared than others, and these past, let's see, not the last session, but the several sessions that we had inside the estate of Arlok Flotion, I'm gonna show you what I had put together to kind of guide me through all of that. So stay tuned. All right, folks, believe it or not, this is it. I had sketched out on this sheet of graph paper the various rooms that sort of corresponded to the rooms that I had in the PowerPoint presentation, the picture that I'd found. And I'll show that too in a split image here so that you can see it. And this picture that I had on the PowerPoint, not the one that I've hand drawn, but the actual picture is a subset of a larger castle drawing that I had found online. And I thought, you know what, this is a smallish keep, so it doesn't need all of the rooms that are in the castle, just a few of them. And so I sketched out these rooms that you see here and sort of organized them and numbered them. And then I had at a really high level, as you can see down here, this sheet, I've got plenty of graphing paper, but I've kind of grown fond of this particular sheet, so I keep erasing it and writing other things over it. But I had each of the rooms labeled with what was in them. So no spoilers here. If you've already seen it, then this will have spoilers. But if you haven't seen it yet, look away. If you have, this is kind of what was in each of the rooms. And notice what I've got there. Like take number 6, for example. That was a huge encounter. Number 6 was this werebore. And we had a player character die as a result of that encounter. And it probably took a full hour to run the entire battle sequence there. And that's literally all I've got is werebore. Everything else is sort of improvised. And, you know, part of it is just letting your players develop the story and talking about, you know, thinking about the setting, thinking about your non-player character, or in particular, in this case, the monster. What is it doing? Does it have some sort of purpose? Why is it there? And then letting your other characters fill in the story and just reacting from that. And I think that is what makes Dungeons and Dragons so fun, is this shared storytelling. So anyways, this was probably, this little diagram and this little numbered list here were probably, I think, 3 sessions worth of our campaign, and Arlok was way up there. It just so happened in that corner the whole time in a sort of a safe house type of scenario. But so there you have it, my guide notes for that particular session there in the keep of Arlok Flotion. So I hope that's helpful for you. Yeah, I should also point out that in other parts of the campaign, I have copious notes written. Lots of Word documents, pages and pages of background notes and overall story arcs, so that this kind of side quest fits within it. But I also have my big storyline in a Word document that I continue to fill in. So even after these individual sessions, I'll go into that Word document and make notes. What happened, what were the big events, what were the big encounters, and then where will it probably go next week. In a situation like this, with this sheet, it's almost easier because I know it's sort of defined to that particular structure. Once they get back out and begin exploring, then they can go in any number of directions, and it becomes much more of a choose your own adventure, and I have to have some idea of what that adventure might entail, and have different options for whichever direction they go. And so that is the art and science, I guess, of being a dungeon master. Being able to roll with it and being able to adapt and make that story fun. So just a little bit of sneak behind the curtains, a sneak peek, if you will, at some of the things and tools and approaches that I utilize in my game. And you can see it in our Darkness Over Dragon's Pine homebrew, how it actually plays out in real life with my players, my friends who play Dungeons and Dragons with me. So with that, signing off. Please don't forget to subscribe by hitting the Drinks and Dragons button. I'll put it over here this time. I'll put the Darkness Over Dragon's Pine playlist over here in this corner. You can feel free to peruse any of those episodes. They're all online, except for the first few. There's summary notes in the first few before I figured out how to get Zoom working. And with that, please subscribe to the channel. Please ask me questions in the comments, or let me know what you think. And we'll talk to you later. Have a great night and a great weekend. It's Friday where I'm at least as I'm recording this. So enjoy the weekend.